Sensation, horror, shock.
Just hook it to my veins!
I raped your asshole.
I tricked you.
Jumping pixels in the neon night. A dabble here, a dabble there, it feels so right. And he's got the joystick leading the fight. Level up, laughs till the morning light. Walks on Wednesdays, press start to play. It's a dabble in chaos, a game buffet. Dabble one up, don't delay. Walks on Wednesdays, it's the highlight of the day. Control yourself, no rage quitting here. With Annie's jokes, the lag disappears. Pixelated dreams, 8-bit cheer. Every Wednesday night is clear. From Mario's pipes to a portal's twist, it's a gaming galaxy you won't wanna miss. Warp Zone Wednesdays, press start to play. It's a dabble in chaos, a game buffet. Grab a one-up, don't delay. Warp Zone Wednesdays, it's the highlight of the day. Coins are clinking, hearts are sinking, and it's quick wit has us thinking. A double dash, a power up dash, warping through worlds in a pixel flash.
Well, welcome back to the Warp Zone, where me, Annie, that's me, wraps up my week and tells you what I've been up to and what I plan on getting up to, which I have actually done the last 2 episodes, although the last episode actually is this episode again. This is episode 11.2.0, whatever. Last time, OBS had some issues, my network had some issues, couldn't output the stream I wanted to. Seems like it's working fine now. My camera's a little laggy, but that's my camera, that's not the stream. If the audio's cutting out or if it's lagging or buffering, please let me know in the chat as soon as possible, and I will try to get it fixed. But it looks like it's running fine on my end now. So, we're back. I'm happy to be back, and I'm happy to have Snake with here. Snake, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing pretty good. I feel like it has been a productive week, and it's been now it's technically like a double week, because gonna have to go over quickly some of the topics I missed last week, even though we did like technically an offline version of this show afterwards in the behind the scenes on StreamYard, so we just talked for a while afterwards. So I got out a lot of my big points, so I'm just gonna go over a couple of them. So starting at the top, my privacy.com issue seems to have resolved, but it's still in limbo because I'm waiting to hear back from their support team. I apparently have 2 routing numbers on my bank account, which is annoying because now my bank is supported by 2 funding banks and each of them have a routing number. One of them is the old routing number, but it hasn't been discontinued or anything. It works perfectly fine. It's just not my current routing number. So now I have a new routing number with this new bank, and that's not accepted by privacy. So I went back, found my old routing number, gave that to them. Privacy said, yep, no problem. They hooked it back up, and then I wanted to go make sure that I had my legal name adjusted on there. So just in case, for any reason or whatever, I can prove that I own this account. And they said, sure, just send us the documentation and we'll get it updated. Sent them the documentation, and that was before last week's episode. So I'm just waiting to hear back from them. On that same exact note, last year I took several flights doing all these podcasts and stuff like that. And I took most of them with Southwest. And I wanted to get the points for it. So I wanted to just add those flights to my account. And of course I can't because that's under my old name. And I don't have the ability to just prove it with a screenshot. So again, I had to contact them and upload documentation saying, hey, here's the court order for my name change. It shows this name and this name. Both are on the account. Give me the points for this flight. Still haven't heard back from them. So they're both in the correct. They've been both fed to the correct avenues, and it's in their hand. So it should be good once that's handled. Moving on a little bit further. I finally got the rim for my vehicle. It came in the mail and then was just sitting around for a while. And I didn't bother getting it changed because I live, I don't know the distance, but by car it's like less than 2 minutes. So as long as there's just air in the tire, it's generally not worth it dealing with going back and forth and having to do all these tire maintenance. But I got tired of dealing with it because I reached my threshold of annoyance. So I got the rim and it just sat in the car until it reached my threshold of annoyance again. We'll move on to the rest of that story when I get to this week. So that was last week. Mammy was on Tukey Soup, which I thought was really interesting. I think she did great on there. Well, Mammy. That's how Tukey calls her.
That's not how it is.
Mammy.
It's FKA mommy, MAMI, mommy. Like
It's
that's why
mommy,
everybody thinks
yes.
she's Puerto Rican, though.
Mammy.
So
Yeah, no, but yeah, and
Mammy's for
Tukey
black women.
definitely over exaggerates her accent too. Makes her sound like Consuela from fucking Family Guy. Dude, does her dirt, that's for sure. Okay, let me just.
Doing me.
Do I have any of these other important topics I want to go over? I think I rolled over most of them into this week. Okay. The last big thing is last week there was an emergency episode for Opie. He apparently basically fired Ron, his co-host. And here is my public reaching out on behalf of me and Megan. Yes, Megan, I'm dragging you into this. Ron, would you like to do an interview for WATP? That sounds cool. We could set that up. You know, let me know. That sounds like it'd be really fun. I'm sure we could get your side. But that's about it. That's all the stuff from last week that I didn't feel like rolling over into this week. But now moving on to this week. Thank you everyone for joining. We have our regular guest on the morning of the show. Had to vamper a little bit because he had some personal stuff going on. Ugh, imagine having stuff going on in the morning, waking up and doing things. Ugh. But you know what? That's why I like you, Dylan. You stick to things. You say you're going to do something and you do it.
Hello, I made it here. Yes, in time for the show, and yeah, I don't like doing things this early. I'm all annoyed. I didn't get my coffee in, and I already had to do things. What a load.
Yeah, I only had this one cup of coffee so far, and it's like, ugh, definitely not enough.
I'm the only one that got up early. Holy smokes! I
didn't
did a
set an
little
alarm.
morning
I just
kumite.
trusted my body because I went to bed right after our show, and I was like, my body needs about 8 hours of sleep. I'm gonna fall asleep. I'm gonna wake up at 8, and I did. I woke up at 8:14, but that wasn't enough to really prep for my show. So my bad.
No, I am on a 4-hour cycle. I'll sleep for 4 hours and wake up. I went to bed about 4:35 this morning, and I got up right around 9. I had a half a cup of coffee and picked a fight with the infamous Stevie Lou.
Dylan, before we get too far into it, do you have anything from last week that you wanted to bring up that we couldn't because you weren't here and also the show died?
The show lived a good life. We celebrated it.
Yeah, I had to take it
On
into the
to the
back of
next
the
one.
back of the shed and shoot it, and well, fortunately, just reconstituted and got right back up, just like that episode of Get a Life from last night, where they cooked and killed an alien, threw him in the fridge, and he reconstituted overnight.
That was the only part I
murdering
remembered.
him and cooking him. The alien
delicious.
vomited out of all of its orifices, and most of its orifices humans didn't have. It was a wonderful little adorable alien.
He had his weenus dispensers.
And thanks to Spurgsnake for taking a second to what the fuck are they eating? That's 2 chicken legs and then ribs or something.
I don't know, like a
Some
rack
sort
of
of meat.
bacon or something in between it. Yeah,
There
what
was- there was
is
some
it?
sort of
Yeah.
meat. It was a meat bridge in between 2 drumsticks. It was great. I was like,
So that must have been the alien's
creative.
ribs, right? That must have been its alien's ribs.
They camouflaged it well because when I saw it, it kind of looked like an insect, like you were eating an insect leg or something.
Very good job. That's why I wanted to see what they did. It was interesting to me.
Well, I, for one, would say that's absolutely delicious, and I would happily do. The government guys lost. They walked in. They're like, "You want a hot plate of this alien meat?" And they're like, "Oh man, well, just send us the leftovers." There isn't going to be any leftovers, you idiot.
The logic of that universe, when the government just comes in, where'd he go? He snuck out the back with the alien. Oh, yeah, right. Let's show you what we do to liars. And then they beat him up for telling him he snuck out the back. Go get him. I love this show's logic.
Yeah, this is a
Oh, Get a
fantastic
Life.
show.
I
So
don't think
yeah,
we think we said the title. Get a Life, Chris Elliott from the early 90s. It is an
Yes.
absolute gem. We're almost at the end of the run.
It's
which
a
is
silly
shame,
show.
too.
I enjoyed it. I think it has rewatchability, though.
Oh, completely. As I was watching some of the tracks with commentary, there's some wacky shit that happened in the beginning of season 1 that I forgot. The Beautiful Boys Club is episode 2, and I forgot in that episode he has his very first psychotic break and tries to throttle everybody by the end.
That's a perfect segue point. Speaking of psychotic breaks, some people accuse our guest here, Dee Dee, of having psychotic breaks, but I disagree. I would rather just say that she has just minor disagreements. She gets upset sometimes, but she's here to discuss her disgusts.
I'm a human and I have emotions. Sorry.
Right, sorry, you're just normal. Ugh.
Like, everybody acts like they're so cool, calm, and collected on the internet. Hi, everyone. It's me. How is everyone today? I heard
Mammy.
good. Can I say, are you guys just not morning people? Like, what? I can't get over this. It's morning. This is when you should be getting stuff done.
It just depends on my quality of sleep and when I woke up. Now that I've been awake for an hour, I'm perfectly fine. You know, I'm good regardless. I could have woken up at 5 o'clock though, and because of how I woke up and knowing I was late, and it's all about my mental when I wake up. So yeah, like if I wake up and like my head is pounding, I'm like, oh crap, this is gonna be a rough start. But if I wake up and I'm like already energized, I'm like, oh cool, awesome, and then so. It really depends on how well I slept and how I feel when I wake up, whether or not I'm going to enjoy the morning. But I don't typically get up in the morning unless I have something to do, because I like staying up later.
That's wild to me.
I need a little in between. When I wake up, I just have the lying down period before I actually am fully up. A little bit of a cocoon of waking up.
That's where you guys are falling into this rut. You wake up. That's it. Up, feet to the ground. You start your day.
I didn't say I stay in bed.
Around.
I didn't say I stay in bed. No. I try to get right up as soon as I wake up.
It'd be a nightmare. I have to get up and get moving. Love it.
I could have a better morning routine. That's for sure. You know, just I get enough done as it is. So I think I'm productive.
Judging, but literally at 3 p.m., I'm like the nastiest person on earth. So that's besides the point.
Ah, that explains a lot.
No.
We're jolly people at 3 p.m.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
No.
like that's when the whole worst part of my day is gone. All the grumpy people are gone.
No.
Yeah, no, it's
As
like
long as I had enough of this, I won't be in a nap at 3 p.m. and I'll be up.
You see, I don't drink coffee. Maybe that's where I fail myself. Anyway, listen to this, guys. We didn't get to publicly discuss my disgust last week, and I'm not going to harp on it because I'm sure by now everybody knows what I'm disgusted with. Or shall I say whom I'm disgusted with?
Harp's a beautiful instrument. Go ahead, harp on it.
I wore my WATP shirt for you, Annie, and Kaylee.
I love that shirt.
Who said, I
need to get a second one of those.
I'm going to wear my WATP shirt in AC. So she says, no, don't do that. And I'm like, no, it's cute. And she's like, there's no way to make that shirt look cute, girl. So I'd like to show her. I have made it cute. It's a crop top, holds the ladies in. I made it a little, you know.
It looks good.
It is cute. So anyway, besides all that.
A little cleavage.
Exactly, just a little. We were in Atlantic City. Good weekend. I'm sure you heard there's an investigation open into the Booty Bandit.
Are you going to give me the scoop?
Well, it's neither here nor there.
The answer is no. No, folks, I'm not getting the scoop. See, look, I'm nice to Mammy. I'm nice to her all this time. I even call her by Dee Dee instead of Mammy, even though I did right there, just an example. But I digress. And she won't give me an exclusive scoop on my show. She has her own segment. No, it's fine. I'm grilling you for the show. I don't care.
To know the real scoop.
I would like to know.
My crazy head. This is the Booty Bandits. Like when you guys hear what I'm about to tell you, and the fact that I have video evidence of this, you're gonna think a psychotic break is like I'm lost. I'm gone. I decided last year, when I made several very large decisions in my life, I was going to stop shaving. I'm going to stop shaving. I'm going to be a woman in my nature. I'm going to get back to feeling like my feminine. And I felt for too long I had to be in my masculine and I didn't like it. So, and I'm going to maybe start dating, I think. So I'm just like, to get back in touch with your feminine, you have to really like go back to your roots. So I'm like, that's it. Not shaving. Your girl has not shaved since October, maybe September.
Who's got the spy report drop? Spy report. Spy report.
Okay.
Spy report. Spy report.
So I go to Atlantic City fully intending on not obviously hooking up with anybody because nobody wants to see what's going on in that area.
I bet you're wrong, but move on.
But whatever, armpits, legs, the whole 9 yards.
Some freaks are into all of that.
So I say to myself, but it's about me. So I'm not even thinking about it. But I just know in my head that like it's going to get out that I'm like Wolverine or something. So I'm just dying. Anyway, I'm covered all weekend. It's fucking.
I think you're taller
February.
than Wolverine.
Oh my God. So listen to this one. Booty Bandit starts telling me all these naughty things he wants to do. And it actually sounds like, for the first time in a long time, I actually was like, that actually sounds good. Like maybe I should try this. But I automatically go into a full panic. I can't do it because I haven't shaved. So that's why nothing ever did occur, because I would have followed through and I would have a full spy report for you. But the Booty Bandit is definitely named on Brian Landon's list. So if you want to watch his 5.5 hour stream,
he has a docs list?
Off. He has, it's like a list. Like, remember the flight list? He made a list of everybody that was in Atlantic City, and one by one crossed people off. And he crossed one of these people off that was the Booty Bandit. So I say, go back and revisit it. And I told the Booty Bandit, if he wants to come out as who he is, he can go right ahead. I'm not ashamed.
You used your plug on Brian Landon?
What plug?
I'm making a joke. Again, I'm bad at jokes, apparently.
So anyway, I made a video when I got home, shaving my legs for the first time and my armpits, because it felt so spiritual to me, because it made me realize that maybe I might take someone up on an offer someday in the near future. So that's it, guys and gal.
That is quite a story. For the first time ever, Husey says. First time ever? No.
First time ever.
First time in a long time.
So, Ray DeVito, though. Can we really discuss Ray DeVito?
Make it quick about Ray DeVito, because nobody gives a fuck about Ray DeVito.
Yeah, everybody's done what Ray.
Can we all just agree?
Especially his sister is done with him.
Okay. Can we all just agree that I wasn't lying? Like, I had every right to be annoyed, or no?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay,
It's
that's
Ray
all.
DeVito. He's annoying.
Because he has been texting me nonstop. Annie, I sent you a screenshot. Like, bro, is this normal for someone who told the world he's cutting me off to be texting me? Thank you so much for everything you did for me, because now you made my career take off. 2 a.m. Oh my God, I can't believe how much work I'm getting out of this. Congratulations, Ray, finally. Like, I don't care. Go away.
That man is a fucking cornball.
We've heard about like pervert Ray texting ladies before. This sounds like he's laying groundwork with you to one day, go from I'm so grateful, how about I just take you out and
he
we see
can't
what
afford it. He
happens.
won't do it. He had years to take Dee Dee out,
Trust
and he's
me.
retarded.
Ray
Real quick-
refuses to ever come on my stream, yet he sends me summaries at the end of each episode. F and C word from Husey Entertainment. Right. Right. Like,
I just can't believe that I got so much heat for that. I'm just like, fuck you all. You just don't like me. And if you don't like me, that's fine too. But don't
Slow
say
down.
I'm a liar. Don't.
Well,
No,
Ray doesn't
hold on.
know-
Snake's turn.
Okay.
Sorry.
I need to ask this. Did you see him Friday night and think it wasn't great and then decide to videotape it Saturday night? Because Ray was trying to paint you like you were doing something malicious by recording his set and then leaking it.
Okay.
And I think
only
you were
went
just doing it to
Saturday.
prove okay, that's
And
I'm just clarifying from my own mind. That's it.
I only
Like,
went
I thought
Saturday
maybe-
and I recorded the last 5 minutes because I just could not believe.
Okay. It's not like you went in with the intention of filming
No.
him from start to finish. That's
and
all I
didn't
wanted to
have
clear
the whole
up.
set.
Because he made it sound like, he made it sound like you went in to record the set behind his back, blah, blah, blah. And
Mhm.
that's the point I want to make because that's what Ray's kind of been doing is
Of
making
course.
things look worse than it really is. And he's a big baby. Ray is a big baby. He hates Tommy Jordan, and I love Tommy for sticking a camera in his face and making Ray make that sour face he does.
What
I'm
about
sure you guys know that.
Carl and the way he spoke to Tommy?
Okay, we're not
that's-
rehashing
Yeah,
Atlantic
we gotta
City.
go over that.
We're not.
Oh
we're
my
not.
God, you guys went over this?
This is
but
this
this is a
in
different show.
terms of Dabbleverse stuff. This is 1,000 years ago. This is too long ago for me to give a fuck about, and I'm not talking about it on my show. I'm putting a quash on this. I don't give a fuck about how
okay.
Carl handled Tommy Jordan. Whatever, cool, great. That's how I feel about it. Yeah, I don't care. Do not care about
No,
Atlantic
well,
City
this is
anymore.
getting
It's
derailed.
it's too far out. It's too far out. That was last week's shit. What's pissing you off this week?
John.
Thank you.
Battle.
Okay, great. Yes, John.
right.
John being a fucking pussy. Yes, we covered that in the actual last episode, episode 10, not the one that failed. John's a fucking pussy, and apparently Spurg Snake was on the show with John this Monday. So
You got in during a nice, fun little
How-
segment there.
I didn't catch that because I don't watch BYB. What happened?
Oh, it's been clipped.
Oh yeah, there's a Doom clip and a Jersey Rat clip and probably others, but so Quad
Monday
had John
night?
on the show. Huh?
That was
Oh,
Monday.
it was Monday night. Monday
Okay.
night. About an hour or so in, John showed up. We did a nice little interview. I pressed him on a couple things, or tried to, because you can't just outright fire questions at John because you'll scare him off. He'll run away, or at least that's what I thought he would do. So I asked him kind of like, what's his deal with Cardiff? We kind of were pressing him about doxing and things like that. Just like trying to get him to I was trying to get him to say stuff to
Okay, hold on.
either make him look better or
It
incriminate him.
confused me, but then I remembered that Derek is now back associated with John, so it's whatever, like that. So he said,
after Monday.
okay, sure, but at the time or whatever, he sent John the link, and they're no longer
Mhm.
currently enemies at that time. So John's like, all right, sure.
Well, and that's the thing, because John doesn't usually go on a lot of other shows.
Mhm.
But then, Tukey also had the link
If
and
you pay me,
came in.
I will come. If you
It-
don't pay me, I
Well-
will also come.
That's right. And I think John was trying to return a favor.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what I saw. And that's what he claimed.
And then Tukey came in super hot, yelling at him about because this has been building up for a long time, and John just sat there quiet, he didn't fire back at all, and
Mhm.
then but then quickly made an exit afterward. He sat there, took his lumps, and then bounced immediately after, because Tukey left and then came back. And then Tukey left and then sent the link out to everybody. So John was like, I gotta go. And,
I imagine the
it was-
only reason that he sat there taking it is that in his mind he's like, all right, I'm a comedic genius. I'm gonna come up with something and just pound this motherfucker. And then when it came to his turn,
crickets. Yep. He's like, I gotta go.
Wrong one.
Yeah,
Spurg,
that's-
was SJ set up, or did he know Tukey was coming on?
John did not know Tukey was coming up.
So it's a
Nobody
setup. He
knew.
got blindsided. Yeah.
there's no
Definitely.
way he would have came on if he would have known Tukey
No, it
was
was
No way.
coming
100%
on.
an ambush.
And That's kind of quad style. That's kind of the show.
It's been part of the show. Yeah, it's part of the show. That's why we don't get a lot of guests often, and the ones that do show up are ready for a combat. You know, it's a Springer style esque panel show. We like to fight and argue there. I like to poke people in my own way. You know, it's fun.
Monday's chiming in says, "Gotta disagree. John sat there in silence because he knew he couldn't go." Oh. Hang on, Husey. I got to make sure I fix my audio. Give me 2 seconds.
I was going to ask if that was you or not.
Gotta
I was going to blame...
No, gotta make sure I just click on the tab.
2029, Kaylee. Just reminding everyone that Hugh Hezzy's SIAC bulge at Vegas 2026 was 100% real. Should have let him stick it in my effing C word. Anyone got a smoke? I've only had 205 today.
Hold on. I gotta go back to that. SIAC bulge, is that supposed to be cock bulge? Do I have my filter on and you can't say cock in my super tips?
Yak.
Hold on.
Well, here's the thing. I heard even if you turn it all the way up, sometimes it still catches things and filters them. So it might not be either.
More permissive. Boom. All right, they're all set to maximum allowance. So, that you should be able to say cock. I'm just saying, you should be able to say cock in super tips.
At least.
Thank you, Husey. Oh no, that was Kaylee. My mistake. Thank you, Kaylee. Appreciate the super tip. Okay, so as he was saying, yeah, John sat in silence because he knew he couldn't go toe to toe with Tukey. I kind of agree with that too. Once John got blindsided by Tukey, I would imagine that he is just looking for a elegant way out. He needs an excuse. He needs somewhere to be like, I have to go now.
But he's claiming it. I'm sorry.
My kids are calling me.
Yeah,
well, that's why he sat there and took his lumps and waited.
A huge win.
Kind of not a win, really, for either one, in my opinion. It was just...
Yeah, I didn't know what...
Just a flurry from Tukey.
Yes, that's what he came in with a bunch of stuff. My favorite thing was J-Mo was like, John, don't you got stuff to get off your chest? And Tukey immediately was like, yeah, didn't your daughter get something off her chest? And I was dead, dude. I could not.
Don't you have a manzia for those knockers, John? Get it off your chest.
It was funny nonetheless. And I like the people who actually won were the ones watching. So, and it sparked a lot of talk.
I like that Tukey had his little whatever glove on. That to me was fun. I like when we add little props to Tukey. So,
Mondays has a critique, but that's also kind of Quad style. To get in his 2 cents.
But Quad kept interrupting like an idiot. Yeah. Quad. It's Quad's show though, so I mean, I guess he can speak up wherever he wants.
Yeah. Quad doesn't lay out often.
I actually got compliments for that. Like people were saying I knew when to shut up. I was like, oh, good. I'm kind of learning things. I think me.
Husey saying this is a great show to recap BYB's anti-trans jokes. Now, see, I would agree with you, except again, I don't watch BYB. So if you're talking about me, no, I don't.
What is it you don't like about BYB? Because it's all the same.
Nothing. I just don't watch it. I just there's enough other shit that do a better show, and
okay,
it's not even like. As a person, I think Quad's fine. As a broadcaster, I think he's funny, but I don't think he puts on a good show, so I don't watch his show.
Can I ask a question? Yes. Okay. Do you follow anybody that it doesn't matter whose show they go on, you'll follow them to like, so if they did BYB, I like
Foxy Page.
X a lot. I'm going to watch him on BYB, not for Quad, but because X is going to be on BYB. Anybody? Like who are you fangirling?
I like my instinct would have said Carl, but I don't follow him on all his shows. Like I don't watch the Drew and Lane stuff. I don't watch stuff that he goes on. Like when he was on Hughesy's show, I didn't watch that. Like so I can't say anyone specifically. Like even Dick Masterson, who I would try to watch all of the stuff he goes on. I don't catch it. Like I don't watch when he's on He's in Van Skyver. So I don't really have anyone that I like only follow for them. I mostly follow what they put out, but if they go on, I don't even know. But like it doesn't matter whose show they go on. If it's not a show I'm interested in, and I'm probably not going to go watch it.
Gotcha. Okay. Because there's some people that like no matter who it is, I'll watch I'll watch Shmuel Buckman to see.
If they were better documented, it might be easier. I feel like some people don't put enough of their like, hey, I went on this show and I went on this show and this show on like somewhere you can find it. Like if on Twitter, for example, there was a tab of being like the collab tab, and if you went on somebody else's stream or something like that, you could have it pinned in there and it's its own tab or whatever. That'd be handy. Because then it's not your content and it's not their content. It's something that you have to go out of your way to find, but it's still there because it's associated. I'm just saying because it's not always easy to find. We'll use Carl as an example. Carl didn't tell me that he was going on Hughesy's show. I didn't see it on Twitter. He didn't send me an email. I didn't get a Patreon notification or whatever. He just went on Hughesy's show and then said, "Hey, I was on Hughesy's show," and I was like, "Oh, okay, I missed that."
Yeah. Poker Mike asked me yesterday to send him the shows I was on recently, and I couldn't even remember them. So I was just like, I think this one, and that, like, so that's cool. That's a good idea, Annie. Can you make that? You're smart in the computer.
Did you just say Proxy Page? Chocolate wants to know.
That was me. When asking who would you follow to any show, that was me saying Proxy Page. I will follow whatever appearance she makes.
Who is Proxy Page?
I would imagine a porn star.
Yes. And the great thing about Proxy Page is if you follow her career, she's the start of it, she's little petite with small boobs, and then she gets big boobs, and now the BBW lovers, she's at that stage of her career.
Oh, the mommy stage. I like it.
Good job on those.
It does bring all the boys to the yard.
Hughesy says he watches all of your appearances, Mommy, especially on our Thursdays.
He's such a liar. I'm bringing a wedding dress to Vegas. We're going to go wedding dress shopping if you want to fly out for a weekend, Annie.
Are you getting married to Snake and Hughezy?
No.
Oh, okay, because they're getting married in Vegas.
Go to Utah.
I don't even know if I'm
both of them at once.
Getting married, but I always envisioned
You're going to the
wedding.
chapel.
Like I always envisioned I'd have a wedding in Vegas, so somebody's gonna do it with me, and we just are gonna do it. Why can't I have fun?
You're having too much fun. You're crossing the line where people are getting offended by how much fun you're having.
Okay, this is why people think I'm crazy because I won't say my sister, but a very close relative of mine met a guy in Vegas in the pool and bought a Groupon. And they went and got married. And when she got home, she said, I was so drunk, I bought a Groupon in the pool and married some guy. And we had to divorce him. We got it annulled. And then when we got
Those
to
are
the
different.
court, no, we get to the court, the judge says, why should I annul this? Why
is this an episode of Friends?
No, true story.
It's an episode of the Drew Carey Show, actually.
Judge.
Yes.
Well, I didn't really know him. And he's like, okay, but then why did you do it? She's like, there was a Groupon. This is what she says to the judge. And she looks back at me, and that's my sister. And I was like, I wasn't the witness. Like, I would have never let that happen. But her friends, they went and let it happen. So if it could happen to her, it could happen to me.
You want it to happen to you. You're jealous.
I like this. Let's get married in Vegas with no prenup. This sounds like a great idea.
You're gonna take
exactly. They see, both of you want to go to Vegas, but neither of you want to go to Hackamania. So both of you go, and while we're watching WATP, you two go get married.
Oh, Annie, I'm gonna go see you at Hackamania, but I'm not going anytime else.
So that's
Can
what
I
I'm
play my Viva
saying.
Las Vegas drop?
You gotta come
so
to,
you're gonna
to
buy
Vegas.
a one-day ticket.
You gotta come to Vegas. You gotta hang out with, and then while I'm watching Kooky Soup on Sunday, you can go get married to Dylan.
No, okay, that's fine if Dylan, you want to be the. I don't know why you're the sacrificial lamb somehow, but
Because Dylan wants tax purposes. He's smart.
I want your sweet, sweet alimony payments. I've come to enjoy a
the
lifestyle of a
alimony
certain
stops
extent.
once somebody takes me on. Don't you know how this works?
Well, I guess this is going to be a swing and a miss if I don't get paid out from this romantic legal entanglement.
It's gonna be what is it, John say? A hit and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
Well, as
The swing and a miss.
And the more popular one is Gary. Swing and a miss.
There you go.
R.I.P. Gary. Was your friend Cameron Diaz and the guy was Ashton Kutcher and Dennis Miller played the judge? You gotta use better grammar. I don't know what this means. QZ, try again.
that was
It's that movie.
Yeah, there was a Vegas quickie movie, two of them that came out around the same time. One of them with Ashton Kutcher. Who was in the other one? What wasn't Mila Kunis in the other one?
Likely.
With Justin Timberlake. I think it was Justin Timberlake and
I
Mila
would have never
Kunis that was
seen
in the
that.
other Vegas quickie marriage movie, wasn't it?
Don't ruin my visual, because in my head it sounds so much beautifuler than Justin Timberlake and whatever. Who else?
It's
I
the most
don't want you
beautiful
to ruin
thing
it.
in this world. Keith Murray said so.
Well, Mommy is watching Annie in Vegas. I'll be watching Mommy. Mondays weekly, creeping in on you.
Okay.
If you see a man
nothings?
with a bag covering his head, like a big paper bag, that's Mondays. Just make sure that you're facing the way his eye holes aren't, and he can't see you. It's fine.
Is he going full unknown comic? That's wonderful.
What is that about?
That's who Mondays is. He's a bag man. He's a bag man with a hoodie.
A career bag man. He started it when he was 16-year-old at the local Kroger.
Here, can I pull it? Here, there you go. You can see his little profile guy. See, little bag man.
Oh my goodness. So I should expect this in real life.
If you're coming to Vegas, there's a possibility you will see a bag man.
Okay. I'm ready for whatever. You guys don't scare me.
We weren't trying to scare you. I was just letting you
Yeah,
know
I
that
think
there's a
y'all are trying
possibility
to.
that there's
You're
a
like,
bag
"Oh,
man.
I'm
There's a
gonna
potential
start
that I might be going to see Bruce Springsteen in LA the night before Hackamania. So I'll marry Mommy. QZ, you're already marrying Snake. Unless you're going polygamy. I mean, whatever.
Why would him sing
go try
Springsteen?
go try marriage. Try marriage.
But what does Springsteen
so I-
have to do with it?
I don't know. He's going to see Bruce Springsteen. That's what he's bragging.
God. Just get to Vegas. Let's see if you can get there, Husey.
I love that time Justin Timberlake played in F&C World. I was on that TV show as the news. It was on the TV show as the news. Husey, I'm stop pulling up your chest. You're not talking about anything important.
Or English.
Or English.
Sequiturs.
I digress. Monday saying I like doing creepy shit. All right, fair enough.
Me too, Monday.
Okay, so we passed the opportunity to talk about it, but I did want to ask, how long is the maximum length of a nap? How long?
Maximum length?
How long when you've
When it
been
turns into
napping that you are no longer napping?
All right, I'll go first.
You're not
real
gonna like
quick,
my
I think
answer.
somewhere between the 3 and 4 hour window. 2
So-
hours is a minimum nap. Anything over 3, you're floating into that sleep area. 5 hours is sleep for sure. 4 hours is a gray area. 3 is the red zone for napping, in my opinion.
Unbelievable.
I think 3 is pushing it.
Yeah, like 3 is we need something in between
That's-
sleep and nap. Because to me,
What are you,
when we get
kindergartners?
around 90 minutes or 2 hours, that's when we're beyond the nap phase. So I can see how that's not sleep. So maybe a neep, a sap. You have from 90 minutes to 3 hours. Because I feel like 60 to 90 minutes. More than that, it's the next sleep level.
Yeah, I feel like 90 minutes is probably the cap for a nap. Like 2 hours is the absolute limit, I think.
Have you
Okay.
ever woken up from a nap and felt good?
Yeah,
You're sick. I wake up from naps.
you're sick.
and
You're
I
like my
feel
my
nauseous.
point doesn't matter. Fuck. Yeah, I
feel
love
That's a
naps.
2-hour thing for me.
nauseous. The rest of
Any
the
long
day, I'm
because
sluggish.
you have to not nap too much, because at that point you start developing like deeper sleep cycles, and you need to not do that. You need to make sure you're on
No,
the
but I
surface, or like
don't
you're not.
nap.
Well, yeah,
It
but that might
makes
be a
me
you thing.
feel
That might be a
gross.
you thing. Is what I'm just saying. Like that for me, that I have to make sure I don't nap too hard. Otherwise, I'm going to wake up and it's gonna be like, oh fuck, I might as well just go sleep 9 hours.
Snappy nappy. Like that means you lay down on the couch, you doze off, you wake up, and the next episode of the show you fell asleep to is on. So not even one Law and Order SVU.
Sounds like 40
That's a-
minutes.
Not like snappy nappy. That's
Yeah,
it. You take a
it's called
breather.
a power nap.
Whatever that is, it's acceptable. Anything beyond that's not a nap.
I think a
That's-
car nap is really good. A car nap is really good
Oh.
because
I fuck
you
with that.
don't have any excuse to like not nap. Like there's no like if you nap in the car, it's like what the fuck else was I supposed to do? Look out the window?
Car nap
I've
to
been on
great.
this ride before. I've seen the fucking street before. I know what this looks like.
Oh, I'm gonna one day get murdered in one of those little parks because I'm constantly like on the parkway and I'm like, oh, driving is such a bore. Let me pull over and have a smoke. And I'll pull into a park, I'll have a smoke, I'll get in my car, and then it's just I watch podcasts. I completely forget where I am for 3 hours, and then I'll get back on the road. So yeah, don't if you find me in like one of these little off the parkway on the New Jersey, it's me, and then it happens. And I warned you.
DRWC saying, I miss car naps. The wife won't let me sleep. You know, I'm not one to really say this, but maybe you need a new wife. She's not gonna let you sleep in the car? I don't know, man. I'll leave it at that.
Dylan.
Hello.
Annie's giving marriage advice.
I was not giving marriage advice, in fact.
You were telling him to replace his wife.
I was giving him the opposite of marriage advice. He's saying get rid of.
Yeah.
It was
Get
divorce
rid
advice.
of. Yes, divorce advice. Thank you. It was not
What
marriage
do you think
advice.
about people that leave their wives for like younger women when their wife ages
No, you
out?
got to get an older woman with more experience than the one before, because you don't have to train a new employee.
So like, right? Like I
Yeah.
start thinking to myself, why would a man want to, other than the obvious trophy reason, besides that,
Yeah, it's a
why would
catch
you
and
want to
release
have a
program.
child around at all the time to take care of? Wouldn't you want someone experienced in taking care of you? I can't.
I think you just mentioned the mindset. They want to be superior. They want to have one up on them, and it's fun seeing that in action. I've had a buddy who was 29 years old going out with a 19-year-old, and he just ran her life. And the day that she realized, wait, I have the vagina, I'm in charge, and just completely flipped the tables where she's in charge. What a wonderful day that was.
I can't say specifically who, but one of my gentleman friends would literally always tell me if I had a vagina, it's like I would never work a day in my life. I would like
Hell yeah,
literally-
maximum hoe shit.
like literally tells me every day of my life the fact that it's like, look at you. You could put yourself together and you would never have to work a day in your life, and you'd rather go to work every day. And I'm just like, I don't know. It's just I don't know what to do.
I like yoga and I like being naked. If I was a lady, I've got a money making venture there. As a dude, I don't.
Even. I almost ended up in a cult that way.
I'm
Naked
sorry.
yoga?
Naked yoga and crystals, inserting crystals into my body, like allowing women to tell me they're healing my sexual trauma. And they would take crystals and insert them into my body. And I'm here.
Well, they're healing crystals, right?
You what?
Yes, rose quartz, obviously. I have one in my hands right now for my nerves. So it's not like I gave up on it.
Obviously,
That's neat.
rose quartz goes in the vagina. It doesn't.
Good one.
Is there any?
I've not heard that drop before.
Minerals that they recommend, maybe not even to put in the butthole, at least to rest on the butthole while you have rose in your vagina.
They make jade butt plugs and all kinds of.
Okay, jade butt plugs and rose quartz.
They call them
vaginal.
They call them wands. So like I have a crystal wand, and it's
Quit
made
with that
out of
semantic
just
shit. Ugh.
actual crystal, and at the top it has a big bulb, and then it's like got a screw all the way around it, and
It's got a vein.
thicker as you screw it in.
And there's two orbs at the bottom.
And I'm telling you, I was knee deep into this until I realized this is like some
Sounded like you were
Nexium.
gem deep, but I digress.
Yes, exactly. I was. And then even crazier, I say inappropriate things like, yeah, I'm vagina deep in things instead of saying balls deep. And now that you reminded me, I sent my boss a text once because I got a job offer. And I meant to send it to my coworker. And I was like, oh no, I'm vagina deep in job offers to my boss. And
Well, I imagine that got you at least a offer of a raise or a quick exit.
no, I took the other job. I was like embarrassed. I never wanted to look at him again after I sent that message. I was like, oh, here's my 2-week notice. He's like, you could go.
What a douche.
So, is there a third gem? So we've got jade in the ass, rose quartz in the vagina. If we want to be airtight, is there something for the mouth?
Oh no, it wasn't. It's not like it was supposed to be a spiritual thing. It wasn't like a kinky thing. So it wasn't like gag me or anything like that.
It could be both.
I guess. But it wasn't for me. It was a lot of like massaging my pelvic region and telling me to breathe certain ways. And I watch these videos on social media sometimes, and I feel so bad for these women that are going on these like retreats, because this is how gullible women like me who are so searching for more ends up in cults. I'm telling you.
I have good news. Bacon Bits, he figured out it's jade in the butt, rose quartz in the vagina, duct tape on the mouth to get that full energy of what you're looking for healing.
That's not how it worked. And rose
That's
petals.
what Bacon Bits said.
She would shower me in rose petals, cleanse me. We danced on the beach
Sage.
under a full moon naked, though, with a drum circle. You can't tell me that's not fun.
You what?
Like that, you can't. That's a spiritual experience.
So is anal.
Oh my God. Anyway, Annie.
Well, I'm out.
Right.
Literally.
Oh,
Are you overwhelmed?
I'm
sorry.
I'm dying over here. I'm glad I got my camera off. My cheeks hurt from laughing so hard.
I don't have the proper drop for this.
I have documented all of this. I document everything, thankfully, because I'm a
Photo
documentarian.
documented?
Photo documented, video documentation.
Why don't you
sounds like
pay? Why
OnlyFans
don't you pay
material.
a guy to edit this into a documentary?
Why don't you tell me who cares about this.
It's not about caring. It's about you paying them and telling them to get it done, and then they do it because that's their job.
No, who would want to watch it? Like, who's gonna watch this? Who cares?
Anything you do
Somebody
has
to make
tits
fun
in
of
it.
it.
There's a lot of people who want to watch it.
there you
Especially
go.
cult shit. There is a huge reach for that in niches on YouTube specifically.
Well, I've had.
If you actually have like personal experience and personal evidence of it, it could be intriguing, especially if you find an interesting narrative to frame the documentary in. Because if it's just like these are the facts, that's boring. You gotta have a story.
No, it was a solo journey to a silent.
Something like my journey to femininity almost stole my soul, or something like that.
Well,
You know.
I wrote a blog about it because I used to blog, and nobody reads. And when I wrote about it, I included photos and everything, and I basically told the story. And the name of the blog, the title of it, was "I Am a Fucking Goddess," because that's what I had to keep repeating in order to get it through my head that, like, I am a woman. Like, why do I wake up every morning and be like, I gotta go to work and be like a man and talk to men and deal with men, and then come home and be like, what would you like for dinner, my doll? Like, no, I cannot be both. So I needed to get back into it, and I did, but I didn't stay there. I removed myself, and I realized looking back in, it was definitely interesting, but when I shared it, nobody read it. So I figured maybe visual would be the better form.
That's why I said
You're right.
documentary. Yeah, you gotta have
You're
you gotta have
Annie.
gotta have visual. People need to be able to have it on a second screen while they're scrolling on Reddit.
I can't believe that. Like, you're readers, so I guess I
listen to
don't
mine
know.
through an audiobook, and while I'm listening to mine through an audiobook, I'm usually doing other things like chores and stuff around the house. So
I get it. I still read like a dork.
What audiobook
there's
do you
nothing wrong
listen
with
to,
that.
Annie? I'm curious.
it's this I don't know, stupid gay fantasy book about farm boys.
Is it gay for real?
Well, I mean, there's some like gay parts in it, but like there's not like homosexuality, if that's what you're talking about. No, not
Yes,
specifically.
homosexuality.
No,
like, is it
no,
erotica?
No, they haven't
Not yet.
fucked yet. No, it's possible, but I'm not seeing it. They seem like they have more of a bromance than they have, like a sex group. But either way, it's called Wheel of Time. I actually review it with Spurg Snake.
She knows. She screwed
I
the title up in the chat the
didn't
other day.
You think
You
they're
you
gonna hook
ruined-
up?
No,
With the Wheel of
No.
Time, I saw that on Lost. Yeah.
Oh, yes, no kidding.
Wheel of Time.
the answer is
We
no.
can't
It was
talk about this here.
it was a joke. Yeah, we can, sure, but no, I don't think they're gonna. I don't think Matt, Rand, and Perrin are going to have sex. No.
Random,
Real-
not
hold on.
random Perrin.
Dylan, how are you on time? It's like 11 o'clock. I'm just being.
I'm gonna have to wander off pretty soon.
Okay, I'm just being mindful. I'm sorry. I know
yeah,
I lose
thanks
track
for
of time.
Thanks for being mindful, and yes, I will be saying goodbye or Irish goodbying soon.
All right. Well, then
All right, back to the Wheel of Time and the gay sex.
Okay, just go on. We're not gonna do gay.
yeah.
sex.
There's no gay sex in it yet. Like it's a possibility, but it's very very slim. I mean, anything could happen in a book because that's what books. Anyway, this is stupid. I'm not going with this bit
I
anymore.
love you, Annie. You're so adorable.
This is a bad
Audio
bit. There's a
podcast
bad
all
bit.
about it coming up.
Yeah, you can catch it on
Oh.
Tuesday on Spark Snake's channel. That's Aiel Ogiers and
Journey had-
audiobooks. We're like 24
Journey
episodes
had
in
a whole
now.
song
Although we're
about
off
this
next
Wheel of
week.
Time.
Off next week.
Off
back
next
the
week.
week after.
Mm-hmm. That's how weeks work.
Here's the audiobooks.
Oh
That's
my!
my
As much
shit.
as I love writing, I should be more into reading. But the next thing I want to read is what Spurg and I covered about a year ago, is an autobiography from an unreliable narrator. That is fun. Reading in between the lines of a biography to figure out what the real story is.
Corey
That would be
Feldman
my
did.
story. It's like nobody believes me, and I'm like, I'm telling you, I happen to have pictures. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
but
show
they're
you how
AI.
reliable. I'll show you how reliable I
Yeah,
am.
they're AI generated pictures. Pfft.
Bro, you could do that whatever search and see if it
yeah, I
is.
know. Yeah, and those
I
are
know-
AI
I
generated
know
too.
you guys
They're
are-
just traps. They're all just made by themselves. It's a cyclical nonsense. All right,
shit,
Dylan,
you're
I'm
right,
gonna
Spark
let you
Snake.
get out of
I do
here.
have to get go. Yeah, he's right. I do have to get going. Thanks for having me, Annie. Thanks for listening to my nonsense. Dylan from somewhere is the channel, 11 p.m. usually, and Annie and Spark Snake are there on Tuesday nights. Thanks for having me.
Bye.
Dylan. Bye.
See you later. Bye,
Later, bro.
Money. Bye, Spark.
We miss him already.
My heart.
Now, normally we also have another guest here, but he is been busy with real life stuff, so unfortunately we won't be having Jake this week, or the last week, or the week before that. The week before that was my fault, though, as I mentioned. So anyway, I hope things are going well with you, Jake, and sorry you can't be here.
Absolutely.
So, at the beginning of the show, I mentioned last week I finally got the rim for my vehicle. Seemingly there is something damaged with the rim itself because it goes through tires inordinately fast. It constantly loses air pressure on that side, and driving with low air damages the sidewall, so it's not good for the longevity of the tire, blah, 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 blah. As I mentioned, I didn't really... It's not a high priority for me to get fixed because it's not something that necessarily needs to get fixed anytime soon. Like, if the whole wheel fell off today, I could just walk back and forth to work. It's no longer snowing. It's not too cold. It's literally like a 7-minute walk, 2-minute drive. It's not too far, you know? It's actually quite convenient. And I had to do it before for months after my truck got stolen before I got this car. So it's not something I'm opposed to. But either way, finally got the rim, and it was sitting in my passenger seat up until yesterday morning. Because I buried the lead here, but I actually had a date yesterday.
Beanie.
Yes, I had a date yesterday, and from my perspective, it went pretty well. Seemingly, it went. They told me it went well too, but you know, people could be lying. But no. Seemingly, it went well. But we planned on meeting at 4:00, and I didn't want to have to go and switch vehicles, which isn't inconvenient. It's actually my mom lives about like 6 blocks away, so not too far. So all I'd have to do is either just drive over there and leave the car there and swap to her car, or just walk over there and pick up her car, which again, something I've done quite frequently because when I didn't have a truck, it needed a car sometimes. So messaged her, asked her if I could just use her car so I didn't have to deal with switching the tires and everything like that today. I was going to do that this morning, but again, probably would have put it off because it's not important, and I'd much rather do my show this morning than I would rather go switch a tire. So, anyway, moving back. Needed to get the I either needed to get the rim exchanged or I needed to go switch cars. The date mentioned that they needed about an extra 30 minutes, which, you know, they were apprehensive about, you know, being like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, don't want to be 30 minutes, you know, push it back or whatever. I'm like, actually, it's super convenient because I didn't want to have to switch cars. I would rather just get my own car fixed. And it now gave me the opportunity to go get it done. So left straight from my house right over to the tire place, including the swap and the tire only cost $55, which is really nice because that's not what they quoted me on over the phone. I was expecting to pay much more out than that, so I don't know if they found a coupon or whatever the fuck, but whatever. Got me a new tire and swapped it out, and I'm hoping it's fine, because if that wheel is still losing air somehow, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind.
Now that's just at the date.
Well, that's where it's going, because I needed the car to go to the date. I have a path with my
Real
stories,
quick.
okay?
Real quick, this is one of the things that's bothers me that like I'm not in a close proximity, because this is something I could have absolutely helped you with. because I've done this kind of work before, and I would have loved to have been able to take care of it and just been like do something for you. And it bothers me that I'm like 500 miles away, you know, or 750 miles away or whatever it is. Like I can't just like drive over and come fix your tires overnight or something.
Not with that attitude.
I'll ride my bike.
Just hop on the train.
How
Get an
nice
Uber.
is that?
You know, yeah, I could take what are those? Amtrak.
Catching on the chat real quick in this break. Finish reading The Trench, another sequel to The Meg. Okay, that's cool. Big Shark. Yeah, Big Shark. It's your favorite movie or favorite book series, but you're a dork. Cupcake in the chat. Monday saying, "I had a date?" ? You knew that. I told you. Don't pretend like you're surprised.
I didn't know.
I knew we were going to be talking. I knew we were going to be.
And we chatted. Quite
I
a
wanted
few
to keep.
times this
I wanted
week.
to keep it a surprise because you were going to be here on the show, and I knew you were going to have questions just like Snake. So, whatever.
You made me wait.
Yeah, I told him last night, and I was like, we'll talk about it in the morning. It's called chat engagement. Mondays, I don't know what that means. You're talking like some sort of voodoo magic or something. Ugh. And then lastly, we need to buy some land in Detroit and make a commune. Yeah, that's.
Yes, this way I can.
Why Detroit though?
Tire.
Is that because that's where you're at and it's just convenient and you don't have to move?
I'm not going. I think it's because it's affordable.
It's super cheap. We can probably get a neighborhood. We can get like 20 houses for 10 grand.
And like, you could be the mayor. I trust you.
I don't want to be the mayor.
I don't either.
They're all dilapidated.
Then don't
and
suggest
no
either of
windows,
us.
Okay.
That's
Spurk.
not. What? Why are you
He's
yelling?
the mayor now.
Oh.
It's got to be one of us. I don't trust anybody else.
No, let Ray DeVito do it.
Oh, fuck my life.
Oh,
Chad Zumock? Mondays volunteers to be king. I don't think we get.
I'll be the queen.
All right, just warning, Mondays. If you are king, there is a very high chance of regicide.
What is that?
Where you kill the regent. So, the king or queen. It's like what is it? Homicide, but where you
Like
specifically kill.
Aside.
Yes.
I got it. Okay, so back to your date.
So, fixed the car and drived over, which fortunately not too far. They live over in St. Louis, which I'm in the St. Louis area. So, when you say St. Louis, it's kind of like a 30-minute bubble of the area. So it's. I don't know. It's like when you say you live in Chicago. It's like, yeah, but where? Like there's so much space. So whatever. Live over in Chicago. Not Chicago. They live in St. Louis, which is a nice short drive actually. And I don't mind driving in the city. I know plenty of people who hate it and avoid it and hate dealing with the parking and all of that. As long as the place supports Park Mobile, which is an app, I typically am perfectly fine with parking as long as it's not ridiculous. Like I'm happy to pay $4 for 2 hours. That's fine. You know, that's not too bad. That's not too bad.
Okay.
I mean, whenever there are some lots that cost you $19.99 for 5 hours, and that's the only option.
No, I think it's funny that you've already calculated in the expense of your parking to this date, and I just want to hear about the freaking date.
Then ask me a question.
Thank you. Gosh, if I waited for you
the
to
reason
tell
the reason I care about the thing, have you not heard this like 4 or 5 week story now about my tires? You know how long it's taking? Yes,
Okay,
because I'm broke and I have to. Fine. On the mention of my finances, which is a point I have at the very bottom here, I have paid up my bills and I'm finally fully financed for Hackmania. Like I had everything done, but I needed spending money, so now that's done, and my tire's done. So yeah, I have to calculate in $5 for parking because otherwise I won't have $5 for whenever I need $5.
That makes sense. I should be more like that.
Not everybody can have nice money.
I don't have nice money either, but I don't.
Clearly, you're not worrying about $5.
But I don't want it. I don't go places where I need $5. I go somewhere where parking is free. If parking's not free, don't invite me.
Try living in a big city. There is no
I
free
live 30
parking.
minutes from Manhattan, and
It ain't happening on
everybody
an
wants
event
to
night
meet in
either.
Manhattan.
That's my
and I
point.
go,
Exactly,
and
because
I
there's no
find-
fucking free parking there.
I find free parking, or I find a fella.
That's cheating.
Don't you start too.
You can't just be getting free parking.
No, it's not getting free parking. If you want to see me, you have to understand I'm living on a very tight budget.
So you do get it.
Yeah, I get it, but don't invite me into the city if we're not going somewhere where parking is free, or you intend on paying for the parking, because I can't do it. I can afford to do whatever we're doing, but I'm not spending $60 to do a lot. I'll
See,
take the little
yes, again,
van into the
that's too
city.
much, and that's why I planned for $5 parking. I found a
also
spot.
take
I did a little bit of research. I found a spot that had cheap parking. I found a place close. You know, it doesn't take that much to do a little bit
But
of research.
what about you?
But see, now you are getting into a tangent of talking about parking. What about this story that you wanted to hear?
I want to know also, do you take public transportation ever?
Not unless I have to. I have a car, fortunately.
I love public transportation and I have a car. So that's another thing. I'm just frugal. So go on, Annie. Tell me about your date.
Okay.
You
So
get there, you pay your $4.
she keeps saying she wants to
We-
ask a question and then not ask anytime I want to give her
we
a
wanna know
opportunity
what
to ask
you
a
wore
question. I
on
think
your
you're
date.
trolling me.
What did you wear on your date, Annie?
I will. So if you've seen Eckel Pineapple's news segment where I'm on, I have a like gray top. It's basically like a cardigan. Also wore that with a long sleeve gray shirt because it's a little bit cold, and leggings, and then just my gray black slippers. I didn't feel like wearing shoes, so I just wore my
Mhm.
slippers.
Good. Okay.
Well, I have those are the
makeup?
those are the pair that I wear outside. Makeup was just red eyeshadow and black eyeliner, just like normal.
Okay. How
Did a little
you
bit of
feel
blush
going
and
into it?
mascara, which I don't normally do, but that accentuates to it. How did I feel?
Gotcha.
How did I feel going into it? Good question. Pretty good. I was I'd already felt good from the beginning of it because after very short amount of chat, they asked me, "It's like, do you want to get a drink or coffee or whatever on Tuesday?" And I was like, "Not only did you ask me, you picked the correct day, because in my profile, literally, it says Tuesday. You know, because that is the day that like I could move another day around, but it is so much easier for me to just cancel shit on Tuesday and just make that work."
That's very good.
Unfortunately, I had to cancel on my friend Sean, who did just message me during the show, being like, "Are you going to reply to me?" So I apologize, Sean. If I know you're not watching my show because you don't watch my show, but I'm sorry. Should have replied to you, but I've been busy because I had a date.
All right. Are we ready for the next question?
Yeah, whatever. You don't have to.
So,
You're
I'm
being weird.
sorry,
Just
it's
ask a
your show.
question.
I don't know if you want to.
I will tell you to. I will tell you to shut up if you need to shut up.
Okay, so you feel good going into it. You get the vibes. You're feeling that this person's on the same page because they're immediately asking you. out. They
Didn't
like
waste
you.
time. Yeah, didn't waste time.
Got it.
Because
Love
normally
that.
there's a lot of back and forth chat, which I'm fine with. I'm perfectly fine with. I like to get to
I
know
get it.
somebody.
Mhm.
I need to have that. Not even necessarily emotional connection, but I just need to have an at least an intellectual connection
Yes.
with you, and I need to know that at least I can talk to you.
I hear you.
Didn't get the chance to really talk to them at that point because it was immediately like, "Do you want to plan a date?" I'm like, "Yes, sweet, okay, cool." So at least we have something to work in between these chats. So where
I
are we
love
going? What
this.
are we doing? Blah blah blah. So
All
could
right.
basically have
And
two
then-
conversations at the same time. One planning the date and one talking about stuff, which is nice.
Yes.
Especially once we moved off of the dating app onto Discord, which is where I much prefer Discord. It's my primary messaging system. I also use Messenger from Facebook, but that's mostly for family because my family
Yeah.
uses that. So, and then texting is fine, but I don't really like texting. It's more for like business or like to text Andy from Who Are These Podcasts, or like if I need to reach out to somebody to like for pest control or something. Like I much prefer it for business and transactions and handling stuff like that. It feels much more official to handle it through text.
Okay, and you went coffee or drink?
Well, it was going to be coffee, but because I do IL Gears and audiobooks in the morning, we weren't able to make it before that place closed because I wanted a chance to close the show, have the normal wrap up for the show, get ready, and then have a little bit of time to relax and hype up before, I go. And then because of the 30-minute delay, I had even more time, so I was able to get the tire done. I was excited going in either way, if that's what you were asking.
So you get there, you meet said person.
Oh, the question was coffee. Sorry, that's what it was. Yeah, that's what.
Coffee. Okay.
Yeah.
You get
we
there,
we didn't do the coffee because that place was closed. We decided instead for a it's not necessarily a chain. It has multiple locations. So it's not even really a franchise. It's just a store that has multiple locations. It's this place called Steve Hot Dogs. They have hot dogs and they also have burgers. Not a huge fan of hot dogs, so went with the burger.
Okay. So you ate with this person. All right. And how did you feel they came dressed? Cute outfit? They put effort into it, or straight from work? What's the vibe?
Definitely put effort into their appearance and their outfit, which I appreciate. Trying to find the correct descriptor. It's like
Blue collar man?
no,
Girl?
it's girl.
Okay.
I guess like sort of not in a non-insulting way, but like boomer mom core, where it's like longer, like a tunic shirt, like longer sleeves that are a little bit baggy, a nice like flowy skirt that had a floral pattern on it. So like a mom that is dressed comfortably but ready to go do something if they need to.
Okay, so question. Your age, though, right? Age appropriate.
A couple of years older than me.
Just a few. All right, because you're young, Annie. You're 30. Like,
Sure, if
boomer mom is me. Like
everyone's young to you.
Exactly my point. I worry. I don't want you going out with a 50-year-old lady like me. You should date like someone
Damn,
young.
what's wrong with 50-year-old women?
You want children.
Yeah, technically.
You do.
I do,
So
yeah.
stop. All right, good. This is all very good stuff. I'm very excited. I love it. So how long do you guys end up spending together?
Unfortunately, just 2 hours because that's where both of our parking was set, and there was no option to extend parking, and I didn't feel like moving my car just to park and pay more parking. So,
All right.
unfortunately, it was
And
cut
2
short
hours
about
is
2.
enough.
Yeah, I mean, but it was going well, and it could have went longer or whatever. I had time to keep it going, other than the parking being like, get the fuck out of here. So, if parking weren't the limitation, it probably would have went another about 2 hours if I had to guess.
Okay. What was the payment arrangement?
I
On
don't
your meal.
I don't pay for women. What do you mean? What? Huh?
Did you pay? Did she pay? Did everybody split it?
I bought what I ate, and she bought what she ate.
That's what I'm asking. You went Dutch. Okay. How's the goodbye? Tell me, like, in a fantasy, even if it's like not romantic at all. I want to hear how it was, like the feelings. Go.
Can you ask a better question? What do you mean?
Describe saying goodbye in
Uh,
like a way that incorporates their emotions and your emotions, how you read it.
Oh, how I read there. I was like, I don't know how they feel. I don't have.
Well, you,
psychic
I'm sure,
powers.
heard after from the person.
Oh,
So,
sure.
all the information you have now. Paint a picture for
we
me.
both seemed disappointed that it was coming to an end because neither of us were necessarily ready for it to end. It was just literally I had 5 minutes left on parking, so didn't want to get a ticket or towed or anything like that. So, especially since I was parked outside of a still active business, like they were still open and running.
Yeah.
So I don't want to just take a parking space. So we both seemed disappointed, which is a good sign, I suppose. And then on the way out, I was thinking to myself, how do I slip in a kiss here. Because
I love love.
we're in the age where you don't want to do anything without.
Did your cheeks get a little red just now?
I don't know. I'm not watching my.
Yes, she's
I'm
shy.
Sure, why not? Anyway, like I said, we're in the age now where like Me Too and this, that, and the other
Consent
thing.
is important.
Not only consent, but explicit consent, because you don't want to
Mhm.
be accused of nothing or be like, whoa, hey, like I was, that's the, you don't want to misread a situation and
Yes.
do something offensive. So, either way, I was trying to figure out, I plan on just asking, but I didn't see an opportunity to ask. And it was cold, so I didn't feel like standing out in the cold trying to figure out an opportunity to ask.
Mhm.
If I was a better planner, I would have planned this beforehand, knowing that I had about 15 minutes left on the clock. But that's, whatever. I was enjoying the conversation we were having, so I wasn't really worrying about planning.
Mhm.
So I guess that's also a good sign. If I'm not planning on doing other shit while
Yeah.
I'm hanging out with you, that's probably a good sign.
Yes, I like it. Oh, I love this story.
So then just ended with a bit of a hug, and then we had already agreed that, we wanted to see each other again.
Mhm.
And then she had parked a bit further away from me. I was like half a block away. So I was within eyesight of my car. So I immediately sat down in the car and waited till she got back to her car before I even started the car. Because in case, like, I don't know, she fell down or a homeless guy stabbed her or something, just in case.
Okay.
So
love
didn't
it.
leave until I knew she was in the car. At least she lives pretty close to where we ate, so it was a shorter distance for her to go home. Got ice cream afterwards, but that's unimportant.
With her?
No,
I
no,
was gonna say, then the date didn't end. Okay,
no.
super cute.
I went home and on my way home I needed some ice cream. So
Oh yes, you celebrated. Okay. Oh, Annie, I'm happy for you.
I'd say probably the best part of it was conversation.
Mhm.
We have a lot of commonalities and overlap without being direct. So like we both like sci-fi. We both like Halo, but she likes some older sci-fis that I haven't seen, like Deep Space Nine. Never seen that, So, something to expose to, and I'm sure there's stuff that I've seen that she hasn't that I can, like Warframe's a good example. Warframe's my second favorite sci-fi series. Not a series, but I digress. Sci-fi property. There we go.
Okay.
So definitely something I can talk about, and even if they don't have any interest in playing, then you can still just talk about it because it's still a cool story, cool setting.
No Stuttering John, I'm sure.
Yes. I not that we talked about, but
I was about to say, you really asked.
okay,
Do you know who Stuttering John is?
no. Okay. What I mean by that is, I have been peppering it in, here and there.
Oh,
She
yeah.
mentioned that she is becoming a substitute teacher, so obviously I made jokes about Stuttering John. As long as you're not on Reddit ignoring your kids while on Zoom court, you'll probably be fine.
Talking to a potato. Make sure.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. As long as you're not arguing what's a Snapchat potato filter, you're probably gonna be good
Literally.
at substituting. But I don't know. I don't know how good you teach. But as long as you can pay attention to the kids and stay off your laptop, you're probably fine.
I love
So
it.
yeah, not necessarily saying Stuttering John, do you know
But
this
you-
asshole substitute teacher? But I'm peppering it in there because
I like it.
if this person's going to be with me long term, they don't need to be into it, but they need to tolerate my interest in the Dabbleverse and also listen to me talk about it, because that is my biggest interest, arguably bigger than gaming. Like I surround, yeah, I do gaming or whatever, but while I'm at work, I'm listening to this. While I'm at home, I'm listening to this. Before I go to bed, when I wake up, when I'm in the shower, I listen to this shit constantly. So it's much more about the Dabbleverse Hackverse shit than it is about video games. even though I can talk more about video games because I know more about them. I just listen and regurgitate when it comes to the Dabbleverse.
Got you.
Unless it's my
That's
opinion about
awesome.
stuff, which is where, then I will actually let it out. Like Ray, don't give a fuck. We're done talking about Ray. Fuck you, Ray.
Amen. Very good. I'm so excited for you. When's the next date?
If it doesn't get canceled Friday,
Okay. I'll be on the check-in.
I don't stream on Friday nights because there's usually used to be and seems like it might be again biggest problem and Melton's members only stream. So usually I just want to pay attention to those and enjoy those and do stuff then. So after work I could head back over to where she lives and we could get dinner or something like that. There's like pubs, bars, places up over there that are open later. Nothing is really open later here because even though I'm a full-size city or whatever, like not like using it definitionally. I'm not talking like LA or even St. Louis size, which I'm right next to, but I live in a full city. It's got an incorporated zone. It's got its own public transportation, everything like that. But it acts like a small town where half the town closes at 9 o'clock and then the rest closes at 10. And then there's like one or two places open till 11. And then after 11, it's like, fuck you till 6 a.m.
Suburbia, I'm telling you. It's like, can't get anywhere during the day. Nighttime, ghost town. You literally.
It didn't used to be this way. COVID fucked everywhere that was open late.
Yeah.
It really did, and they never recovered. It really annoyed me because the Applebee's used to be open till 12 or 1 sometimes. It's open till only 10 o'clock now. Like, I swear.
That's insane. And Applebee's closing at that time?
Yeah, but who's
You
going to go
guys
eat?
got late night drive-thrus?
The only one that stays open all night is Jack in the Box.
Ooh.
Taco Bell's
I
open.
still
Taco Bell's open till 2 or 3, but the Taco Bell that's in this part of town is so bad. I would rather drive an extra 3 miles to a better one.
I think you told me that before.
Every fucking time I go there, I'm like, why did I do this? God damn it.
Taco Bell's not my favorite.
Taco Bell is my favorite. I just hate this Taco Bell so much.
Oof.
They suck. But yeah, no, the only place that's open like all night is Jack in the Box.
And Annie digresses.
No, that was not digressing. That was exactly on the point.
I know. I asked if you had any fast foods. I'm sorry. I just said like they felt like doing it.
Even the gas stations that serve food basically stop serving food. The only place that will do it is 7-Eleven. They'll do it all night, all day. The building could be on fire and they'll still serve you food.
Oh my gosh, that's where John gets all his food, so we need it
Now,
open.
That's a good point. Okay, so I have heard that he gets the frozen pizzas from the 7-Eleven. And if it's true that he's on EBT, his 7-Eleven sucks ass because I can get the fresh cold pizzas from 7-Eleven off the shelf with EBT and then they'll cook it for me.
Stop it.
So why the fuck are you getting Red Baron or whatever? You can just go get their full-size cheese, pepperoni, their meat lovers or their bacon lovers pizza for, I think it's $10.99, $11.91 after tax in my area. So for $12, you can get a full-size pizza hot out the door, which is a much better quality than like Little Caesars. I think it's better quality than Pizza Hut. Yeah, 7-Eleven has a bad reputation overall, and I totally don't blame them. But their pizzas... If you guys haven't had a 7-Eleven pizza and you haven't had it because you don't like 7-Eleven, I don't blame you. But don't dog on the pizza. The pizza's actually good.
So, but they heat it up for you, for real?
Yeah, they have the one that they have the hot pizza that's in the cabinet that you can buy not for EBT because you're not allowed to buy hot food. But over in the cold section, not the frozen section, the cold section, you can just you can either grab it and pay for it on EBT and take it home and cook it yourself, or you can just hand it to them and they'll typically ask, "Would you like me to cook this for you?" Yes, please. And they'll throw it in their little pizza oven right behind you for 5 to 6 minutes. It'll come out super hot, cheese perfectly melted. and they'll even give you the at least my lady will, I don't know about everywhere, will give you the option for square or triangle cut.
Wow. All right. I'm going to 7-Eleven for dinner.
Yeah, 7-Eleven's got some good pizzas. So I
See
will
if
stand
they
by that.
offer to cook mine.
Everything
with
else,
fast
I
food.
wouldn't touch. I would not touch their sandwiches. I would not touch their burgers. I would not touch their chicken. I wouldn't touch the burritos. Nope, I'm good for all of that. Rollers, no thank you. But their pizzas,
Do you wear?
how
Okay.
I don't think you can fuck up a pizza. Like
you guys gonna say that
you can't-
thinking the same thing I was.
you can't fuck up a
You
pizza.
can't fuck it up. You can't. Fuck
I
up
mean,
a
all you are
pizza.
doing is
Except
putting
the
it
crust,
in an
that's
oven.
it.
All you're doing is turning the heat up on it. It's already. I could eat it right out of that package. It's already edible. It's just not heated.
You.
Right. There's nothing in the pizza that is going to be spawning bacteria like deli turkey or
No.
who
not
knows what kind of meat
Listeria.
is in their burger. Who knows what kind of meat is in their burgers at 7-Eleven. At least the pizza, they bought cheap pepperoni, they bought cheap sauce, and they bought a cheap crust. That's it. You know what I mean? There's not like anything that's going to be questionable, really, I think, in a 7-Eleven pizza. Hot dog,
Fuck, I
no.
miss big gulps.
Me too.
Yeah, 7-Eleven also has good deals on their brand products. Like, it's called 7 Select. So their 7 Select energy drinks are pretty cheap. It's like 2 for $4, which is cheaper than Celsius.
Oh my
Um,
gosh, this was $4.
Right, exactly. Bloom's great, but it's $4 for one can. Where
Oh,
you go to
good.
7-Eleven, you can get 2 for $4. Same price
But
for
are the
2 of them.
ingredients?
Not as clean. No,
Okay.
no. Bloom's worth its price.
Mm,
You don't feel like dog shit after drinking a Bloom.
yeah, I have a little energy though.
Yeah, so that's why I like Blooms. They're also 20 less caffeine than a standard slim energy drink. The standard slims are 200 now, and 200 is a lot, especially if you drink 2 of them. Then you're at 400 already, which is
Oh,
too much.
this-
So like if you drink 2 180s though, you're still under the 400 limit. So it feels better. It just does.
This is 10 calories.
Not
Just in
as
case
clean.
any-
No, see, you're pulling the same shit as like Carl, where you don't understand what's actually in these energy drinks. Yeah, it's all
No,
sludge.
I do.
No.
I
I'm
read
sorry.
the
Chat.
ingredients.
Well, pulling up chat. DRWC saying not as clean. Laughy face, and I'm telling him
Oh,
you are wrong. It is objectively cleaner than the one at 7-Eleven. The one at 7-Eleven is full of all sorts of fucking battery acid and shit. Whereas Bloom, it gives you not only the list of ingredients, but what it's derived from. And it has so much less raw chemical and has more like extract. It's just a cleaner drink. It's still sludge. It's still caffeine battery acid, but it is a fresh battery instead of one that they packed in a factory for $2 a can or 2 nickels a can. It's different. It's very different. And the reason I care about it is because I have a crippling caffeine addiction, and I need to know what extra shit I'm shoving in me besides the caffeine and how it's
mhm.
making me feel. Like, why do I like a Monster so much more than a Red Bull? It's that 550% B12. It's that fucking 550% B12 that's in the Monster that's not in the Red Bull.
That's right where I was going. Was the Monster coffees are so good. Like I'll chug one of those, and those are one of the few drinks that just gives me the shakes flat out. And I don't mean chug like I just down it. I mean I'll drink
Like
it
you
faster
want
than
it.
normal. Yes, I'll drink it faster than I drink a normal hot coffee. I'll pick up
Yeah.
the can of Monster coffee and be like, "Damn, I want that."
Yeah,
Shit. I know
you'll
what's coming next. You
you'll
know
take
what I mean?
one sip. You're like, that was good. Delicious.
Yeah, it's like you said, I was like, it isn't the caffeine because there's is like 300 milligrams, but there is a shit ton of it's like 1200% B12, 1200% B6, niacin, all of the things. And one more thing about that, real quick, that I'm thinking about it. There's this movie Don Cheadle was in, and they were fake. What they use in the films to fake cocaine is B12, and he says you snort enough
Really?
of that stuff, you actually start feeling zooted. Like because that's what they were using in place, like in Blow and stuff like that. They use B12
I want to snort B12 so I can like
or some sort
try
of like
to
product.
feel
Yeah.
what it feels like to put something up my nose because I've never done it.
No, that drip isn't always that great. It's like I don't know. I got terrible sinuses anyway.
I think it would be interesting to see. First thing I think is my eyes are going to water. For some reason, I feel like if I put anything up my nose, it will make my eyes tear. So
I don't enjoy
think it'd
putting
be a
things up
fun
my nose.
experiment. What?
Like anything.
Did you ever
Doesn't
use
enjoy it.
Flonase?
No.
That shit gets me high. I get like zooted. Okay,
Alright.
that was all.
That was unless you have anything else to go for the date, I'm gonna hit the last couple of my topics, which are mostly game related.
All right, game related. Nothing else from me.
Okay, well, so February is coming to a close, and I'm running out of time to get Siphon Filter done. So over the next couple of days, that's really what I'm gonna be focusing on. I'm literally at the halfway point. I'm 10 missions out of 20 missions, so I'm almost done with the game. And I would like to get it done because I don't want to make Tony from Hack the Movies wait any longer, because we already agreed to do this video like almost a year ago now. I had a lot going on in between when we talked about it, and had several PC upgrades in the interim. So now that everything's done and I'm actually have no excuse and I have the game and I can play it well and everything like that, I need to actually just get it done. It's not a chore though, because every time I play it, I am having a blast with the game. It is honestly a gem. I'm surprised how good it is. The only real criticism I have is the control scheme, and that is something that is a invalid criticism, because when the game came out, it couldn't have had a different control scheme because there was literally only that many buttons. It's an older game, so it's physically limited based on its time. But if you get past that tiny little bit of limitation, it's really nice. It's fun to play. It's just challenging enough. The story's good. Like, if I would have played this as a kid, it probably would be in my, like, wow, that's one of those best games I've ever played as a kid. Because it's really good, surprisingly.
Okay.
Also, we have officially finished up Grounded. We haven't touched the new game Plus since we finished it, so I'm going to say we're done with it. Spurksnake and I will be reviewing it tonight on What's This Game after WATP. I believe the time we have it scheduled is 9 Eastern, because usually WATP is done by then, hopefully. But if it's not, then it'll be 9:30 or 10. We'll see. Check the listing on this channel or on the What's This Game channel for the actual times going live. Or follow me on Twitter. I'll post it on there as well.
I am stoked for Grounded 2. I now I feel disappointed with you know, kind of sort of abandoning New Game Plus, because yeah, I've been playing Terraria recently.
Terraria.
Terraria
Terraria.
is it's like the word terrarium.
Terrarium. You guys told me about this.
Yeah,
Yes.
but Terraria is a it does it injustice, but the best way to describe to somebody who's never seen it or looked at it is it's 2D Minecraft. It's just a side scroll. You walk left and dig and mine and build, and you walk right and dig and mine and build. Except there's a lot of progression, secret bosses, a pretty interesting story, and something that it does different than other games is its NPCs. So you can get little, like, villagers and, like, a little goblin tinkerer and a nurse and a merchant and a gun salesman. And you can have, like, a little community and have them, like, have different relationships. So it goes from just being a silly Minecraft-like game to a surprisingly deep adventure. So I've already actually reviewed it for my podcast. I think it was episode 7. But that doesn't mean I wouldn't go back and review it again. Basically, at any point, somebody could ask me, hey, do you want to do a playthrough of Terraria? And I'd be like, fuck. Let me clear some games off my schedule, and yeah, absolutely. Got 500 hours? Let's do it.
Well, that's it. You gifted it to me, and so, you know, we have a shared world. I can't load into that. You have to host that one, I think. So I started a second one that's a small map and blah blah blah. And like I told you before, I it was a little overwhelming for me to play. So I would just like have fun mining and doing whatever, and then when the boredom set in from that playthrough, I'd just start over again and never really make progress. I've gotten myself into trouble already, which it's a super fun game. I really enjoy it. You can't die too many times and build a graveyard because then stuff happens. So like there's this, it's just different things happen that I don't know are going to happen. You're digging around and you discover stuff. It's really fun. So I thank you for giving me that. It's been a fun time.
Yeah, that game is deceptively advanced. It seems like silly and stupid. It came out over 15 years ago now, and it seems like it's a product of its time. It seems a little clunky and gimmicky, and then you start playing it, and you're like, oh, never mind. I will shut up. It's a really good game. So if we decided to review it, again, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but just as a note, I have actually done an episode on it already. Paradise Lost is the sequel to the Moon, and I did the first episode of that last week. Was going to talk about it, but I didn't get a chance to. I like the premise of it so far. It's interesting. The person you diagnose in the first game is an old man who's on his deathbed, and his last wish is to go to the moon. So when you go and to fulfill his contract, you're like, all right, so why do you want to go to the moon? And he's like, I'm not telling you. And you basically have to go and be a detective in his mind and figure out why he wants to go to the moon anyway. And then once you do, then figure out how to convince him to go to the moon. It's an interesting story. The second game, the guy basically has everything he already wants. He's kind of living like his perfect life. And then when you ask him what he wants, he's just like, his answer is, I'd like to be happy. Like, huh? So yeah.
How do you do that?
Yeah, I don't want you to get rid of my wife or my kid. I don't want you to change my job. Don't change my family. Don't change where I live. Don't change what I do. Don't change my hobbies. I just want to feel good about all of it. I'm like, dude, you don't need somebody to change your life. You just need drugs. You just need medicine.
That's what I need.
Yeah, you just need something hooked up that makes you chemically more balanced, because it sounds like you have everything you want. You're just discontent. And I can't chemically change your brain. Well, maybe I can. I don't know the power of this machine that I work with. But that's the plot of the second game so far is, I'm perfectly fine. Just make me happier.
I love
Fuck you, old man.
Be a jester for him.
Yeah, just everything that has ever happened in his life, just put a slight joke in it. Like, yeah, his kid taking his first steps. It's still an amazing, great moment, but right at the end, he falls down and hits his head. And you're like, that was good.
I mean, it's all perspective.
Right, exactly. Like, what do I now? Not only do I have to figure out what makes you happy, I have to go and figure out what in your life was making you unhappy in these moments that was having a good time. Like, bro, if you want a new wife, just tell me. That's what we do.
Love makes people happy.
Like dog. If you want a new wife,
love from the wife he has. People just forget to do.
Yeah. So he just
thing.
seems jaded, and that's his wish. Basically, is, can you make me unjaded?
No.
Sure, dog. I'll figure it out.
It's so hard not to be jaded. Help your friend.
I know.
Online. Your world, whatever.
After Siphon Filter, I'm gonna really hunker down on God of War next. Before the next game, which is slated for a review, is Dishonored. So, it's a game that neither Snake or I have really played much of. We played maybe a little bit of it, but it is. Here's the plot, basically. The queen has a bodyguard, and your job is to defend the queen, but some things happened, and you're blamed for it. And then you basically have to sneak around and prove your innocence and save the queen from the situation. But it's in like Victorian London during the Black Plague, so the setting is nice.
What's the name of this?
Dishonored.
And
not only that, it's also got like an eldritch theme to it. So you're approached by this like godlike being and given the option of having superpowers in the game. so you can like teleport and see through walls and turn into smoke and stuff like that. They are the same people who made Prey, and just like Prey, whenever you are given the option, hey, do you want to inject this thing into your brain and start editing your brain to give you superpowers? You can say, no thanks. And you can play Dishonored completely without the superpowers, which makes it harder, but also gives you a little bit more of a reward in the kind of end. It's got multiple endings. Definitely a really good game. And since it's made by the same people as Prey, that's already a selling point, because that's a great immersive sim where so you walk out, and then your goal is, hey, you need to get over there and kill that guy. That's your goal. Like, okay, so how do I do it? The game says you figure it out. Do you want to just walk up to the front door and kill everybody on the way and just walk in there and blow his head off, or do you want to sneak in there? There's 90 different ways to sneak in there. You can steal an outfit. Well, it's not Hitman, but you could like sneak in and pretend to be the cook. You could go through the rafters. You could sneak in the sewers. There's plenty of ways, and it feels like
poison the food.
Exactly. There's plenty of ways that you can do it, and every way that you do it, you're like, that was the right way I was supposed to do it. And it doesn't feel like you're getting over on the game or the game's getting over on you. They are really, really good at that.
I like that.
So I'm looking forward to Dishonored. And lastly, the last thing is Karmic in Space. The last episode went really well. If anyone's unfamiliar, I roleplay as Karmic on Thursday nights with the Outer Worlds. Build him as a melee guy who's slightly good at talking and very explosive. So he runs around solving most of his problems by yelling at the person in front of him and then beating all of his enemies up. So that's usually his solution to most problems. On the last episode, I ended and then played a little off stream. God damn, I'm sorry. Fuck. Played it a bit off stream and found out some plot part, which is the queen of the colony is basically a liar, and the warp drive she made, she didn't make, and traded it to Earth so they would give her basically free right to do whatever she wants. So they just turn a blind eye to all the crimes and stuff that she's doing because she traded warp technology that she didn't make. There's still more info to be gotten there, but that was the big revelation, is that she's a liar, and the reason Earth hasn't intervened is because they got paid off, basically. So I let that information out to the public, which may or may not have negative consequences. But I thought people deserved to have the truth, so I let them.
I love the
I sent
truth.
that out.
The truth matters.
That is pretty much all of my talking points.
Love it. Great show, Annie.
Do either of you have anything that you want to talk about, discuss, or wrap up your week? What are you going to be up to?
Atlantic City, like 2 weeks. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll just leave my own show.
I'm gonna get slapped.
I'm gonna quit my own show. I'm gonna quit.
Cut me loose. I have, I think, a show coming up with Husey, if I'm not mistaken. But besides that,
Are you on Husey's show tomorrow? I'm also on Husey's show tomorrow.
I was just about to ask. I know Husey was hearing that you mentioned he's never asked you on the show. So has he asked you on the show now?
Yes, I'm going to be on the show with 10,000 people in the morning.
Don't worry about it.
No, I'm again busting his balls, being like, you have me on the show, and of course it's not just me on the show. You have a whole panel of other idiots. I see how it is. I know. I'm just giving him a hard time.
I too am one of those idiots.
And I'm looking forward to working from home Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm so excited to just stay home and relax. So
Why are you
I
working
will be
from home?
online. Excuse me?
You're working from home? Is that like something you don't normally do?
Yeah. So, but it's nice to get to work from home this week for a couple days. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll probably get to chat a little more. I haven't been in chats, so look for me in the chats, everybody, and that's it.
All right. I'm going to catch up on some of these chats, bring up the ones that are important. Got a lot of crosstalk in here. Hey, mommy, thanks in advance for coming by. Thanks for coming by. Bar tabs and whatever drugs I start using again. I am assuming you're paying for his bar tab. That's very nice of you.
I did not agree to that.
Annie, was this a Dabbleverse meetup or a real world meetup? It was real world. I met this person on one of the dating apps. We hit it off and then went off platform to Discord, and we've been talking on there since then. Actually, they were in this chat today, believe it or not.
Stop it. I'm going to be in here as soon as it ends. Hi, person, new person.
Sounds like you went into it feeling pretty comfortable. Good sign. Yeah. It definitely wasn't nervous, nothing like that. It felt good, and that was something to take away from it, because there's been other dates where afterwards I was like, did that go well? Or I went in and I was worried about how it was going to go. No worries this time, so that was good. Does STL have bad parking like Philly, where they're giving away tickets? Or they're always giving tickets? No, not really. Like, I don't park over there enough to say specifically. I've never had issues really finding parking. It's just finding parking, again, that I prefer. I like to use Park Mobile because I can just click like 3 buttons, pay for it, and then I have a timer just straight on my phone that just tells me exactly how long I have. I can re-add time. It's really good. I like the app, and it's usually cheap in those zones. So, given that criteria, it seems like it has fine parking. You just have to find it. Sometimes you have to look a little bit. They are saying I was blushing. Okay. Yep.
You
Deep
sure
Space
were.
Deep Space Nine is the best Star Trek series. I will not listen to any disagreements. I didn't know it was a Star Trek series. That makes sense though.
It is
I
one of the better ones.
think I've only seen Star Trek movies. I think if I've seen any Star Trek show, it maybe be like an episode here or there, one off. Snake, I remembered from the show Parking Wars.
Yeah, there's a show
Parking
that
Wars?
was called Park. Yes, and it followed the Philadelphia Parking Authority around. And
yes.
it was there was a redheaded gentleman, like he had a nice red goatee as well. His name was Garfield, and he was with this black woman, and they would have to put boots on cars and ticket people and all this other stuff. People would try to drive away with a boot on their car.
And would
jeez.
successfully sometimes
Start fights with these people. And then they would
pay them off.
And then the intercut would be at the impound lot, where people were trying to get their cars out of the impound, and all the drama that would happen. It was pretty decent. It was, for a reality show, I liked it a lot. But it's Philadelphia is an old city, so
it's a reality show, like mostly fake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's definitely edited, and they pick the best bits.
Okay.
But the streets are very narrow because Philly's so old. It was like a horse and cart on a lot of streets. And so the sidewalk goes right up to a narrow. They can't even widen the street because there's a house right there a width of the sidewalk away. So, yeah, parking is a nightmare in some of these older towns.
Yeah, especially if they didn't do anything to update it or adapt it. Yeah, so the short answer for that one, parking not too bad, not really. DRWC saying to my comment, that's a tall order. My wife listens to me rant about the Dabbleverse because she's mostly deaf. That's why I keep her around. Okay, I'm not saying that this person that I'm dating now needs to like watch Joey C stream and vote for him for president or whatever, but like but when I explained to her that a former Howard Stern star and media legend is now suing a guy in his basement for $850,000.
Is that how much it is?
It's with all the stupid accounting and add-ons and shit. Yeah, it's like $150,000. But that's like the total they're seeking. Ridiculous. That's the stuff I would like to vent about, because it's like a cartoon. It's unbelievable. Like, come on. You see this? You see this shit I'm watching on TV? Come on. Like, I know you don't like the show that I'm watching, but can I talk to you about my TV show? That's all I'm asking. Okay, that's That's all I'm asking. I just need you to listen to me talk about my TV
Right.
show. Echo Pineapple saying, who thinks I can guilt a wife into letting us order takeaway tonight instead of tidying the house before the in-laws visit? I don't know your wife, but I'm going to say probably Slim. Think she would probably want the house cleaned.
Yeah, from past experience, it's house cleaning. You're not going
Oh,
to get
bye.
any-
I didn't know that's what... you could have said goodbye. Bye. Bye, Dee Dee. Go follow Loophole Lady on Twitter. If she did say bye, I'm sorry I didn't hear you.
I think her phone's dying or something. It tried to turn off.
Jack in the
Forgotten
Box is
before.
top tier. Depends on the location, but their menu is top tier. I will agree with you on that. They Oh, there she's back now. Okay.
Yeah, it
Hello.
seems so.
Apologize. No, what happens when I get to touching that phone? I don't know. I hit buttons.
That's okay. I hit buttons that I wasn't supposed to either, but you know, that's what are you gonna do?
That's your thing, Annie.
Eh, not really. Not really. Anyway,
Nippy today.
7-Eleven food is trash. Sheets is where it's at. Sheets is better than 7-Eleven, but 7-Eleven food is trash except for the pizza. I will fight for that one. 7-Eleven
I'm
food,
not.
inedible. Their pizza is different. It's a whole different thing. I agree. Don't eat at 7-Eleven. That's awful. Get a 7-Eleven pizza, though.
I can't even hear the word sheets because it reminds me of DeVito throwing away his cash in the bag and having to go back to go pick it up. There's just never been a thing he's done right.
Waffle
I
House is also top tier, apparently, because it never closes and you get to watch Earth's greatest warriors battle. True.
Oh my gosh. Have you ever been to a Waffle House in Atlanta, in downtown Atlanta?
No, fuck no. But I've been to Waffle
Oh
House
my
and it's been
God.
very nice.
Oh, no. That's not, you don't go to Waffle House for nice. You go to Waffle House for waffles and fights.
I don't go to Waffle House for fights. I go to Waffle House for waffles.
But you're not doing it right.
Okay, then you got to teach me. Come over here and take me to Waffle House.
Sounds like a plan, but you have a date.
Do it on Sunday night.
Sure, Annie.
We'll go to 7-Eleven. We'll go to 7-Eleven and get it. We'll go to 7-Eleven
7-Eleven
and get a pizza, and then we will go over to the Waffle House and we'll eat it.
Listen, I've been a Gumar my whole life. I would like to be somebody's first choice for the first time.
That sounds like
Okay.
slang.
That's racist.
Yeah, that sounded offensive.
Well,
7-Eleven
Figure
pizza
it
rocks.
out.
Yeah, see, exactly. John loves that Stouffer's French flatbread pizza. He eats the same 4 things repeatedly. Yes, because one of the things Carl is right about is John is mentally locked at the age of like 7 or 11. He's right in that range where he's just old enough to think he's tough, but stupid enough to not know a goddamn thing.
I can't believe he wants to fight again, Matt Mead.
I can't believe he wants to fight somebody after wanting to fight somebody and being offered $100,000 and pulling out, but I digress.
I will be there to make sure I clip it.
Bro, Papa John's has a deal where you can get a large 3-topping pizza for $9 if you order after 9 p.m. Everywhere? Is that just a local area deal? Because if that's the case, that's not bad. I'll look into it.
Okay, I'm losing weight, so we're not eating pizza on my end. Thank you, though. If I need to feed an army, I'll let you know.
I don't know what they put
Monday.
in that White Monsters, but they make me want to listen to Boomer Rock and drive recklessly.
What is
Yeah,
Boom?
Boomer Rock. It's like
Crosby,
rock,
Stills, Nash and Young?
probably.
How dare you?
I was thinking
You're
like
all
Led
wrong.
Zeppelin.
Ugh, that's horrible.
Yeah, Boomer Rock. Exactly. It's horrible.
Stop that. You guys are
Stop.
just too young. You don't know good music.
You're just mad because you're too old.
Yeah, okay.
This chat appears on stream. Yes, this is my own comment, but I wanted to let people know. If you are in the Discord and you're talking in the VC chat, it will appear on my stream. just be aware if you're sending personal information or whatever in my Discord, in the VC chat, and I am on stream, it appears right here on the screen, or right over there, actually. So you need to be aware, my Discord is linked to this chat. All right, moving on. Have you done anything on Kingdom Hearts? I have a Keyblade tattoo. Ha. No, I have never played any Final Fantasy or any of the Kingdom Hearts. That is a series that completely missed by me because I'd never met anyone that could explain the point of any of it, like what was going on or anything like that. And it's like, oh, you'll figure it out. It's like, no, I want you to tell me why I should play the game. And
I've never played either series.
I've never met anyone that could tell me even one good reason why to play a Final Fantasy game. The only Final Fantasy I've played is Final Fantasy Tactics, which is a tactics game with a Final Fantasy theme.
Is gonna bring... That's
so,
the only one I
very different game.
I have Final Fantasy, Crystal Chronicles, and Tactics. Those are like adjacent games. Those aren't even like... Same thing with Persona. I've played like maybe the old Persona game once, and I have Persona Q, but I've never played them.
Persona is good, but I would have to find like a big Persona fan and be like, which one is the best one? And I'm just gonna play that one, and I'll be good. Play that one, and then skip all the other ones.
I think 4 is the recommended. I don't know 100%. I could ask around though, but I've never played that series. It looks interesting. I like the style of characters and stuff too. And it's in that vein of Shin Megami Tensei, where you can capture the enemies you're fighting and then recruit them for your team, which is kind of neat.
Very cool concept. Bacon Bit's going through the newer Yakuza games at the moment. And what a great game, great idea, making Carmack a character. Doing that on my next RPG for sure. The next one I want to do is John, because I'm a lot better at doing John because of how much I hate John. So it'd be a lot easier for me to pretend to be him because I know my enemy, so to speak, as you will,
so
if you were.
Can you role play John being a bus driver and do Desert Bus?
Oh my god.
There's nobody in the fucking bus stops. What's going on here? I've been driving this place. You can drink Keystone the whole time, too. You can get drunk.
No. I hope this is a world where people are not on the streets walking.
Fortunately, there's not a single thing in Desert Bus except for you and the road. So
good. Then let them drive.
It's a hellscape of an experience, but whatever. What are you gonna do?
The wheels fall off. Literally.
Somebody plugging you in chat. Loophole Lady, go follow Loophole Lady on Twitter. She likes attention.
And I like getting plugged.
Well, disavow. Linkin Park new metal. Probably something I said relating to that. Oh, boomer metal. Is that what we're talking about? Probably.
Oh, Linkin Park.
No, I think that's a little bit too, like, it's not new, but it's too new to be boomer metal. Anyway, that came out in this millennium. I've played every single Final Fantasy and I can't explain it. Okay, I'm not exactly asking for like the whole story, but like if I said, hey, I'm about to play Final Fantasy 9, what's the story in this game? Who are like the main characters? What's the bad guy? What's his deal? That's the kind of things I want to know. And sometimes people can't answer that because they're just like, well, okay, so like it starts out as this, but then it turns out it's this, and then this guy ends up being the bad. I was like, can you think about everything you're about to say and summarize it in 4 sentences? Because that's all I'm looking for. I just need somebody to tell me what one game is about so I can picture it and then go and play it. But it seems like Final Fantasy people are unable to do that because the game is wacky as shit.
Oh my gosh. Thank God you have Spurg who understands all your little temperaments, because like there's a bunch of little Annieisms that you gotta know. Like no more than 4 sentences to sum this up, and they have to be succinct.
It doesn't have to be. I'm just saying I would like if it would be nice if somebody could do that when I ask.
But
like
Spurg speaks Annie. I love that.
Oh, okay, sure.
I am a Spurg whisperer.
No, you're an Annie whisperer.
No, he's right. Spurg.
Oh, so you Spurg, you whisper all Spurgs, like even me?
Most of the time, you, Jake, Dylan, Annie, Luigi Greenberg.
You
There's a whole
find
list.
us all, and with
Well,
you know.
I talk to everybody, and you guys kind of just get it. You know, like when I talk to like Luigi and Gummy are pretty. That's why they have me around. That's why Annie has me around. You know,
I
that's why
love
they ask.
that.
You know.
So, but you're not one of us?
I don't know. I have my own set of autism. I might be worse than just a spur.
Okay. Very interesting. Annie doesn't believe in the way I segregate things into groups, but that's how I mentally do things, like a troll, a gnome.
Compartmentalize.
I'm sorry?
Compartmentalize. You put things.
Yeah, that's how I need to like look at it, like in segments. So this is the Spurg segment of
I
my.
compartmentalize like
brain.
everything in my life, if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, but you were judging me for the way I was not compartmentalizing, but you called my gnome troll and elf conversation to be racist.
I was making a joke. Man, you don't get jokes. Okay, because you're categorizing fantasy creatures by specific physical traits and putting them in categories, literally separating them by race. And I'm like, dude, that's racist as fuck.
That's how you separate them, though.
Okay, because unfortunately, they're made up creatures, and you're wrong because they can be whatever they want. Like trolls are either
live in the same world.
and that's because they're just made up. There is no cohesive. You can put them in any category you want, and it's fine. I'm just saying, like,
What does
a
Robert
great
Jordan
example.
call 'em?
A troll is either like a big, tall, like beefy creature or whatever, or they're tiny little rock men. It depends on whatever you're in.
Yeah.
Sometimes tiny little rock men can be gnomes, or they could be tiny little dwarves. Dwarves aren't always made out of rock, but sometimes they are. Elves are sometimes magical, short little guys that help out Santa, or sometimes they're tall, mystical, beautiful people that live for 1,000 years and are super smart.
I wore my ears out today.
They have multiple names for these fantasy races because it's just like, whatever, I'm just gonna call it an elf, and I can make it my elf whatever the fuck I want. Orcs are another great example. Orcs in some series are like plants. Some series they're just magical spawns. Some they're green, some they're orange. Some they are magical creatures that can make machines work just by believing. There are so many different kind of orcs that you can't really put orcs in a category because that's like putting humans in a category. You can't really do that because then it's like, wow, that was racist of you. Not all elves are tall.
Are you done?
Yes, you're being racist, and I'm calling you out.
That's how my
great.
brain works.
That's a good.
Trolls can be birds. Can't.
World is a troll of
Yeah,
birds.
hold on.
You're a troll.
What the hell are you
You're a
talking
troll.
about? You know what? We're teaming up on this guy now. Screw you, Nuggler. You know what you're talking about. You're the racist.
Yeah, Nugs.
Trying to say that a troll could be an avian. Ugh.
I won't deal with this.
Unbelievable.
Nonsensical.
All right, but yeah, no, I get what you mean. You want to categorize them and compartmentalize them because it makes it easier to separate and understand them. But you have to understand that those fantasy creature ones are a little bit more broad than that. You can't be that racist. You can be like, I made a mistake.
There's some gray area.
You can say,
in
I'm sorry, I
fantasy.
made a mistake, and then be less racist in the future. That's what you're supposed to do.
I apologize for my mistake, and I will be less mistakey in the future.
You did it. We're so proud of you. Have you never seen a troll wearing feathers? I mean, they can have like wings too.
All right.
What?
Somebody get this
Yeah,
guy out of my
get this
chat.
out of here.
Who is he? We don't do this negativity.
Next thing he's gonna tell me is that kobolds can also be fishes.
Imagine.
Ugh.
No.
They're either lizards or dogs. They're dog lizards.
Obviously.
I was gonna. Yeah, mostly dogs.
Exactly.
In my opinion.
Mostly.
Oh, I am so glad you're into the Wheel of Time. There's so much more to get to. No, I'm sorry. But like it was just I can't say because now I don't want to say. But but again, like with the classing though, he calls his Trollocs, which is like the combination of a troll and an orc.
Okay, I like that. I've heard that word so many times and didn't know what it meant. So thank you.
What's this negativity? I'm clearly just saying that they can all be equal. See, you're right, but you're also wrong. They can be equal, but they're not equal.
Annie, we're not going to get through to this person.
You're right. Just block him. Block him, Snake. Get him. Kill him. Mods.
Mods.
I need
my heart.
I need to add that to my StreamYard of low tier god mods.
Yeah.
That's good.
Man.
Awesome.
All right,
Anyway,
we are
I should
gonna
probably get
close
work
out of here
done.
now. So, closing words, closing plugs. Go follow Snake on Twitter and YouTube. That's at SpurgSnake, and also go follow Dee Dee over on Twitter. She doesn't have a YouTube channel that she's doing anything with yet, but if you guys stop bullying her, maybe she will make some content, and then you can bully her some more for making content.
What else would we do with it?
Right.
Enjoy.
Alrighty, thank you so much, everyone, for joining, and until then,
Yes.
we'll see you next time.
What's on Wednesdays, grab your gear. Level up, now the show's right here. Annie's voice cuts through the air. Pixel dreams we all can share. Don't start your heart, press play. Devilverse calls, don't delay. What's on here? Devilverse calls, don't delay. What's on? Here we go. Annie leaves the video flow. Power-ups and pixels collide. On Wednesdays, we take the ride. Game controllers and neon skies. Boss fights, big wins, retry lives. Cheat codes hidden in the stream. Every week the gamers dream. The portals open, step inside. In the Devilverse worlds collide. What's on? Here we go. Annie's world's the ultimate show. Power-ups and pixels collide. On Wednesdays we take the ride.
It's 2029, Kaylee. Just reminding everyone that Hugh Hezzy's SIAC bulge at Vegas 2026 was 100% real. Should have let him stick it in my effing C word. Anyone got a smoke? I've only had 205 today.